Dave and I have been collecting data for the past, basically since 2000, on highway work zones. And this presentation is going to be a combination of the things that we've learned while we've been out on site. This actually, anybody know what this bridge is? This is one of our famous bridges down in West Virginia, because we're from Morgantown, West Virginia. This is the New River Gorge Bridge. And once a year, we have a whole bunch of crazy people that jump off this bridge. And if you're into whitewater rafting, they raft the river below it. We're going to cover a brief background on injury hazards and what's going on, what OSHA frequently cites for, sorry, I need to be louder, road construction, how to work safely around trucks and equipment, and road and bridge construction hazards in general. We briefly explained who NIOSH and OSHA are. Basically, we were created under the same act. OSHA is under the Department of Labor. We're under Department of Health and Human Services. We're also under CDC. So we're sending groups of people down to the oil cleanup. We're looking at worker exposures to the dispersion agents down there right now. So we look at all kinds of worker safety and health issues and trying to figure out how to mitigate them. We're specifically charged with conducting research and making recommendations for preventing worker injuries and illnesses. In NIOSH, we have several different programs. We have a large NORA program that we're working on. It's the National Occupational Research Agenda, and one part of that is a construction program. And our construction program is kind of like a three-legged stool. We have intramural research, which is research that we conduct. It's a small portion of it. We have a National Construction Center research, which is CPWR, and then we have extramural grants that are funded that are done through college and universities. So we have three different things that we try and focus our research on. And recently our construction program was reviewed by national academies. We did very well. We have 8 programs at NIOSH, and we scored pretty much in the top of the 8 of them. We scored 5 out of 5 for relevance and 4 out of 5 for impact, so that's pretty good. The project that Dave and I have been working on has been an intervention evaluation project called Evaluating Roadway Work Zone Interventions. We had 2 interventions that we evaluated out on site. One of them was called Internal Traffic Control Plans, which I have some information here on, and the other one was called Proximity Warning Systems. We conducted our research throughout the whole United States, mainly on the East Coast, but we did venture out to the West Coast. We went out to Idaho and California and Oklahoma, and there's an amazing difference between how each state runs their road construction and how operations are done. Depending on the distances that material has to travel, they use different kinds of trucks that impose different kinds of hazards, and they have their own unique challenges for getting in and out of sites. And we could not have conducted any of this research without the help of our states, the construction companies, our engineering, the labor unions, construction trade associations, equipment manufacturers, FHWA, and OSHA. And this is a list of our partnerships, and we've had some alliances that we've created during it with OSHA and NAPA. We actually have a neat alliance product that we've created actually available at the Work Zone Clearinghouse booth. And they have a blind area diagram that took one of our contract proposals and actually made a nice little poster available for you guys to put on site. We also aren't afraid to steal information from other people's presentations, so this is recognizing some of the people that we stole information from that had really good presentations. And as a government employee, I don't represent NIOSH, so please don't hold what I say in regards to what NIOSH believes. And any mention of any products or photos of anything aren't endorsing that product. So some basic road and bridge construction facts. We have a road system that covers 1.1 trillion miles for urban, about 3 trillion miles for rural, totaling about 4 trillion miles. Of that, we have 153,000 urban bridges, almost 450 rural, totaling about 600,000 bridges. So we have quite a few bridges in the United States. And for our road system, 65% of our road system is paved. And most of our bridges are in good repair. About 75% of them are good repair, and 12% are deficient, and 13 are obsolete, not driven on anymore. We put together a little funding slide just to see how much is being spent by different kinds of agencies. I do want to caveat that it says state spending, but a lot of the state spending is federal dollars, so how this is split up is actually who's spending the money, whether it's local communities spending the money or if it's state federal dollars spent. So the blue represents state roads that are being worked on. The gray represents the local roads being worked on. So 61% of it's state construction work being done, and the 2% is like on national park lands and stuff. Oh, I'm going to go back. I want to note that this is we have 140 billion starting for expenditures in 2003, coming up to roughly 170 billion in